What we're seeing over the next couple of days or so is temperatures and conditions actually becoming below the average for January, so it is going to get very, very cold.
OK, so why are we having this roller coaster then? Because above average mild temperatures, now below average. Why can't it just stick to the average? If only weather would behave.
Well, exactly. It's the atmosphere that's not behaving itself. There's something going on high up in the atmosphere, in the stratosphere, which is above the troposphere where we normally get our weather. So around about 10 kilometres to 50 kilometres high up in the atmosphere, the stratosphere sits. Now, what we've seen at the end of December, beginning of January, is something called a sudden stratospheric warming. Now, what happens is that around the polar cap, high up in the stratosphere, you've got west-easterly winds, and that's the polar night jet. And what we're seeing at the end of December, beginning of January, was a disruption in this jet, which therefore causes us to have easterly winds. The flow reverses, and that propagates down the atmosphere. Eventually, it affects us. We're now starting to get easterly winds coming in from Scandinavia, Siberia, Russia, and that's bringing in the colder weather.
When's it going to reverse the other way? That's what I want.
When's the wind going to blow in the opposite?
That's a good question, because this whole process actually causes the atmosphere to turn a bit more uncertain, a bit more variable than we normally expect it. So even though we are expecting to see things stay cold over this next week, perhaps into the week after, the atmosphere is more uncertain than it usually is. So actually, we're having quite a few problems with our weather forecast. The models that produce the weather forecast, they're having a bit of trouble trying to figure out exactly what's going to happen beyond next week and onwards. But we are expecting it to stay colder than average, certainly for the next few days into next week.